Hey, it's Shabes. The Naruto videos are on the way. I'm still making them. The first half hour of the second video is actually available for patrons at the moment. Basically, I wanted to update and give a picture of what's up, what my feelings are like at the moment. I'm going to be talking about breaking some habits with the channel, I think, and talk about more of what I want to do this coming year. Basically, I am very dissatisfied with the channel as of this year. I'm pretty bummed out that I only made 2 videos. I get that there's some people out that made only 1 video or no videos, you know, and there's other people that made a ton of videos, but maybe not get the kind of views that I got. And I should be grateful for what I got, for what I did manage to accomplish. But I want to be honest with myself and with my audience in saying that I am not happy with how this went. I love the videos. I like the 2 videos that I put out, but I've had too many days going to bed being very dissatisfied with things in general. Obviously, a lot of this is because of I have 2 IRL jobs. I am not making YouTube a job. I have never monetized this main channel, and I haven't even monetized the second channel for whatever reason, even though that one doesn't have any copyrighted anything in it. I've seen what it does to other creators trying to pursue it in that way, and it creates certain compromises that I've never been willing to stomach. But at the same time, my habits and principles and quote-unquote principles, these limitations I set on myself, all of that has stifled me in its own way, in a way that has led to an equal amount of dissatisfaction, basically what I've been trying to avoid. I'm not a very good YouTuber, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And I'd like to get better at it. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I put upon myself that really stifles me and leads to this sort of stagnation. And I've felt it with the channel's growth. I want to do better. And so I want to do just some different things. And I'm making this video just as a way to start breaking those habits. The first big habit is really just this general channel aesthetic. The fact that I'm uploading this video instead of part 2 is a really major departure for me, I guess. I kind of had that when I was making the Gurren Lagann video, and I released several videos, just being able to make something in like a day or 2 and not sweat so much about it. And then I'm working on this bigger, cooler project that I'm proud of in the background as that's being made. I really like that. And I didn't have anything like that for this Naruto video. There's a lot of mistakes that I made in the process of making these Naruto videos. I don't think there's any in the videos themselves, personally. I think they're good, but it's just the process of making them was really bad. Or they're not functional. But just uploading this video, and instead of having that picture of, oh, I want to have the 3 videos next to each other when you click on my channel, we're like, fuck that. No one gives a fucking shit, dude. Like, get over yourself. But yeah, I still want to make those videos. I'm not putting them down or anything, but it's been very hard to motivate myself to make them. The fact that I worked on this Naruto script for literally from January to August, on and off, not like every day or anything, and it would end up that one of the sections I just didn't feel as enthused about anymore. And then the other one I realized was so much different and like way more work that I think I should just drop the Naruto angle and really just make it its own major project. And that scripted aspect is another habit I kind of want to break. I've been finding myself very interested in Mr. Beast as a creator, his work ethic and perspective on YouTube, I guess. I don't think I want to emulate it. I don't want to copy it, because for him, YouTube is his whole life, and that's all he wants to do. And that's not me. Not me at all. But it's still the drive and the ideas and his perspective was interesting. And one of the things I believe he said at one point was that just scripting the videos is a complete waste of time, or he just doesn't script his stuff. If the video he shoots doesn't come out good, he just doesn't upload it. He has standards, but doesn't sweat as much about it. He's not as perfectionist, I guess. Or it seems that way to me. But yeah, the fact that I would work so long on this script, and it's so long, 50,000 words or whatever, and then when I get to editing it and I record it and then I edit it, I'm like, it doesn't work, and I have to rewrite again, and I have to that was more creative and on the fly, and like part 1 in particular has that in the Naruto video, and it was better for it. And it's like, God, I really should have just edited the videos as I was writing them. I'm such a fuck. It was so stupid. It was that sort of thing, and it made me like really burnt out on scripted content. I think I could just write forever without the limitations of like, look, dude, you realize you're gonna make a video out of this. You need to think of it as something that's feasible, you know, and actually get it out. Otherwise, it runs aground again, and it becomes a nightmare. I need to stop having nightmare projects, you know. All this stuff that I'm saying, by the way, is not necessarily meaning that I'm not making major projects anymore, like you're not going to see a Gurren Lagann anymore or something like that. Although, obviously, I don't think you will, because I don't know if I could ever make something like that crazy again, but besides the point. I also have a, you know, again, that perfectionist mindset with making videos, the visuals, having a special effort on that. How every video I made, I really made an effort to not have them look the same. I know I wanted to make something different every time, and I'm still proud of that, but it's obviously led it to the ideas and the visuals all have to be at this elevated point that I literally just don't have the time for anymore, or just I'm not doing it as often because I'm so focused on these little things that only go by a few seconds, or just the way that I work. So creativity doesn't happen. Videos don't happen. You know, and I'm that's mainly what I'm bummed about, is that I have so many of these great ideas and I can't execute on them. And it's not out of a, oh, I don't make this a job or anything, or I don't involve other people. I think it really is just I'm too grandiose and perfectionist at the same time. I'm just not a very efficient creator in that way, and I want to be more efficient, basically. I have always had this hesitation of turning what I'm watching into content, because I've seen other YouTubers do that. I have had disdain for, if you watch something and didn't make it into content, did you even watch it? Something along those lines, right? Where it's like, I'm only watching this because I'm gonna turn it into a video. But like, there was nothing wrong with that. I did that for fucking Gurren Lagann. I watched Zambot and Zaboongle for the purpose of making that video. And then I rewatched Gunbuster and Gurren Lagann for the purpose of that video. And they were better for it, you know? And like, what's wrong with that? And then it's like, I don't want to have the pressure of like, oh, what if it doesn't turn out a good video or something? I don't know, I've just had a lot of weird reservations about it, but like, it's led to me having regrets about having these opinions and like a thought, like I really had an experience with a lot of these shows I watched this past year. I've had ideas and thoughts about them, and I wouldn't turn them into videos because I am working on this Naruto video, but then also it just wouldn't be a big enough video or something, or I don't know what I would say, or, you know, it's not worth it or something. I don't know. I have very gunky cogs in this machine. It doesn't run all that well at the moment, and I just want to shake the cobwebs and make stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's like I realized I can make stuff fairly quick because I've worked with Premiere for so long, and I work with Premiere for my job. I have no hesitation, and I love doing it because I get paid. You know, I think that's one major motivation, I guess. But it's also, I don't know, I just have more motivation to do it than the YouTube stuff. And none of this is burnout. I don't know if I would describe it. It's maybe in a form of it. Maybe it's more of this other thing that I've actually written a script about. But that's kind of a traumatic experience with YouTube that I've had and I've realized, come to terms with. This is all kind of out of a response or a developing recovery from that experience. But yeah, I mean, this year, like, I'm watching Sailor Moon for the first time, but I'm also watching Sally the Witch and Kimetsu no Ako-chan. Those two works are mostly completely unsubbed. And I've watched stuff without subs before. I've watched full series, and I want to actually really document my experience with that instead of have a vague remembering, because there are some of those raw series that don't stick with me as well because they're raw, you know? But like sharing that in experience with you through YouTube in some way. Not necessarily, try not to force content, obviously, or try to play to an algorithm or whatever. The seasonals too, like I'm always very niche and had to be very unique, and that's another point, really. I've always felt that I have to be different. I have to be talking about something no one else is talking about and take it from a certain angle or whatever. I mean, obviously I've occasionally talked about a seasonal show or something kind of more current, like Mahojin Guru, Megalobox. I've had a couple ideas, and I've really enjoyed a lot of the seasonals that I watched back in this fall. And I'm always worried about certain things not being totally fleshed out or not totally original, or I just have way too high standards for myself. When I know there's a lot of people out there who would probably really enjoy hearing, I wouldn't say anything, but I feel like I could, if I had more stuff out there, if I just had frequency. And people always say quality over quantity. I've been trying to live by that fucking mantra, and I'd like to do something else. It makes videos such a big deal. Every video that I've ever put on the main channel has, for one reason or another, been so fucking special to me. And I kind of admire a lot of professional YouTubers that are just kind of, it's a video, and they're not like, they don't have to be the most proud of it or something. Obviously, I approve of it. But I don't know, just for this year, I'd like to try to shake it up a little bit. Maybe I have some regrets, but like every YouTuber has regrets, even when they're sticking by their guns and principles, they'll still have that regardless. So it's like, I don't know, just want to shake it up and do something different. I've always looked down at people who make kind of lazy content, quote unquote, where like, oh, it's just a review, just a reaction, it's just a small thing. But dude, like, no content is lazy. And I said it in fucking Digest like years ago.
People put time into this. They had to care just a fucking tiny bit. Like, give people some fucking credit. But don't, for a second, think a person is lazy for creating something. Because they created it. It actually got made. A lazy person would be someone who has an idea and never executes on it. That's lazy.
So I shouldn't look down on that sort of stuff. I really shouldn't. It takes a lot just to convert the footage, record the audio, get it on there, and edit, and there's no mistakes, and there's so much. There's so much. And I know this. I've made fucking videos for 6 years. Why would I ever think that any content on YouTube or anything is lazy? So it's like I have to just not be averse to that. And it's like, here are my thoughts on this show. I don't have a thesis or anything, or maybe I do, or maybe who cares? Just fucking, I don't know, just put it out there. So, what am I gonna do for this upcoming year? I want to play it more fast and loose. I really like the one video, Disney's Mortal Sin, where it's like, I found the Peter Chung interview and I just want to make a video based on that. Making the video fleshes those ideas out more, and that could lead to some more interesting stuff. But just, be more free and share those temporary obsessions, I guess. I want to stream a lot more. I have a second channel, if you don't know. I've been doing this anime encyclopedia project that I want to eventually turn into a polished, cool video. That's already been over a year of me doing that, and that's because the streams are very sporadic. But I was like, oh, I only do it on I stream on Fridays, and at this time, and in this way. And it's like, dude, there's so many other things that I want to do with streaming. I just got to get this project done, So not rush it or anything, but just do it, I've downloaded all the VODs I've done so far, and I'm gonna maybe even cut pieces out, tangents of a particular title and those sorts of things, and tighten it up, and those can become something like shorts, or I don't know, do something with those, because there's so much good material and interesting content in there, in this big ocean of content I've already made. And I should actually apply that and use that in some capacity, I guess. But yeah, for this channel, like I've wanted to do like a mix of shorter videos, AMVs. I've had so many ideas for fucking AMVs, and then still have the major projects, have the big kind of like what people expect from me, I guess, or just what I've made historically. I don't think that's going away completely, but I'm hoping that this get it moving, get it being a little more active and fun. I don't know, just not be choked up with this big video that takes months or whatever. Not have that happen as much. These 2 Naruto videos that are left that are both an hour and a half, they're definitely coming out this first few months. In terms of exactly, a schedule, no. I don't want to impose a schedule. I don't want to impose a number. I don't want to give a number of videos, like 1 a month or something. I don't want to promise that, but at the very least, more than 2. Not counting this one. Let's do it. Let's put out some stuff. I would love your feedback. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking around. I think only the diehards would really watch something like this, so I appreciate you guys. Seriously, thank you. Yo, peace.